Hey everybody, and I just forgot what I was gonna say. Got the kiddo out there. She's ooh, this son of a bitch right there destroyed me. Bastard. Sorry about that. Okay, so I've been practicing welding and ooh, is that my thumb? Gross. I've been practicing welding, and there's some other projects with that car that I want to do, and I need to do some welding for. But I'm not a very good welder, and so I figured the best way to weld is to practice, to actually do it. And I got my MIG welder, and my boss was gracious enough to let me have some scrap angle iron. So I got to clean this up, and I'm actually going to use this to build a welding cart for my welder so that I can tuck it away under my table when I'm not using it. And that way it'll free up some workspace, and the welder will have somewhere nice to go, and I'll have a little area for all my wires to wrap around, and all my extra welding gear, my helmet and my gloves and all that stuff, to tuck it away and under the table, out of sight. It'll be awesome. So that's not a car video, but hey, look, car video. We got RSX, we got S14, we got the Korean car, and then we got the S13. So there's car stuff in here. Oh, and there's my daughter's little RC car. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna do that, and I'm trying not to make it a big long video, but so this is gonna be my general workspace. And the idea I have, I'm not really doing up like crazy schematics or anything like that, because it's just a DIY welding cart. It's really going to be very simple. It's going to be like kind of like a rectangular, cubular design. Like it's just going to have a wood base, and I'm going to get some casters to weld to it. So it's basically, it's going to be extremely basic. Like it's going to be this will be like the back, the side, the front, other side, and then it's going to have legs like that, and then I'm going to frame up the bottom like that. So it's going to basically be like a cube, but it's going to be long, so it's going to be rectangular. And I'll get some casters, weld them up down there, and then I'm just going to put a piece of plywood there, and it's going to have the angles, the angle iron. So yeah, it'll have its angles there. So basically, and I want to keep it about the size of the table, so it doesn't stick out. So it's about, we'll just say 25. This is 24 and like half. So basically I'll make some 25 inches, and then the welder itself is about, oh crap, it's about 10 inches wide. So I might give it a little room, maybe an inch on each side, so 12 by 25. I don't know, I don't want it to be too narrow where it might tip over. 12. Ooh, that's kind of small. I don't know if that might be too small. What else could I put on it to help? And also I need to make sure that on the cart that I'll be able to access this door. And you see the door is all the way down to the bottom. So I probably do need to scooch it over some and have maybe a couple inches. I don't know, but I don't want it to look like I didn't build it to suit. Like, I don't know, but it is going to be on plywood. And the plywood's going to be about, it's going to be like this. So that's about 3/4 of an inch, and that's about an inch. So actually, I think if I do an inch on each side, I'll still have enough room. So yeah, 12 will probably be fine. Should be. And if not, I can grind it down on that side just so that it'll fit. So we'll do 12 by 25. 12 by 25. 12 by 25. I don't know. Maybe I should do 12 by 24. Shit. That way it's like kind of, 2 foot by 1 foot. 12 by 24. You know what? Also, too, the thing I need to think about is if I decide to use shielded gas in the future, I need to be able to put a canister behind it. And this thing is about 16¼ inches deep. So 24. Oh yeah, 25. Yeah, let's do 25. That way I could take the wood and I could cut out the cylinder shape, so when I drop the cylinder down inside there, that'd be awesome. Okay, yeah, we'll just stick with the 12 by 25. And it's gonna be like stupid simple. And I was thinking like I could probably do like a little piece coming out like that. And I can wrap my cords around it like that. You know, like the the power cord and the ground and the welding thing. Or I might put a little something there so I can hang the gun. That might be cool. I don't know if y'all can even see that. I just thought about that. Y'all may not be able to see what I'm looking at. But there it is. And if you need these plans, you can download them on... No, I'm just kidding. I watch videos like that. So I guess the first thing I need to do is... Oh, and I got two different sizes here. I didn't realize it until I took them apart. But this one's bigger. The yellow one's bigger. The white ones are smaller. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to use these white ones to make the frame. And then these, the bigger ones, I'm going to use to do the legs. So I'll have 4 of these. And oh yeah, that's the other thing. I need to figure the height, and I don't even have the casters, so I don't even know how big those are going to be. But I have a feeling I'm just going to probably just do the frame right now, and then probably tomorrow I'll get the casters, and then I'll come and do these parts. So unless I get an idea, because I mean this thing is pretty tall. It's with the handle, it's just under 15 inches, and then the space I have to work with is just over 32 inches. So whole thing has to be less than 32 inches so that we can have great success. So yeah, so it's gonna be a short stack cart. So it's gonna be pretty awesome. I think it's gonna be awesome. Okay, so first thing, we'll take a piece, we'll mark it up. And I think I'll start with something that's not as rusty. It's the only downside to this quality material is it's a little rusty. But like I said, this is a cheap welding cart. I didn't want to buy the $30 Harbor Freight cart just in case you guys are like, oh, just buy the $30 Harbor Freight cart, you big dummy. Because I did the measurements on that, and with this welder, it's too tall. So it wouldn't fit under here. And that's the whole point. I want to put under, get under. Go away from me. Okay, that was stupid. Okay, so, and it's not gonna be perfect. I mean, I realize I'm gonna cut and it's gonna lose a little bit, and I'm gonna weld and it's gonna gain a little bit, like, roughly. I'm gonna try to roughly cut them all to the same size, and then I'm gonna cut some angles so that I could put them. I'm better at showing it than explaining it. Okay, so I'm gonna mark 25 right there. 25. That's 25. And then you know what though? I think I'll mark and cut, and then that way I can measure off the cut instead of measuring from here, because the blade's gonna take up some space. So let's do that. Let's get this thing. I wish I had a chop saw. That would be so awesome. Anyways, wishing one hand, shit in the other, as my dad always said. Oh, and see what fills first. There was a second part to that. Kinda. Okay. Okay, and for cuttings, I will be using my Makita. And oh my god, see, this is why I need a cart, because I have all this cobbled up mess over here. It's not good. It's not good for the program. Okay, and I got the wrong bit on the Makita. Okay, guys. All right, first cut. Trying the Harbor Freight wheel. See what happens. Probably should plug it in first. not very nice at all, but I was a little paranoid while I was cutting because I'm just not sure. Like I'm always afraid of these things just like blowing up and sticking into your face. That wouldn't be good. That wouldn't be a good day. So, I mean, it did the job. Man, I wish I had a chop saw. I mean, okay, so this is one. Look at that, 25 inches, about half an inch longer than the table. Let's cut a 12-inch piece now, and I'm going to switch over to the other blade and let's see how that looks. Okay, and before I measure out and cut the next piece, I'm going to clean up the cut. It's real jagged and ugly. So I'll clean it up, get it even looking, and then I'll measure it out and cut the next piece. Cleaned up a little better. Okay, so now I'm gonna measure out the narrow piece, and that's gonna be 12 inches. 12 inches. That's the action angle. Oh, you goddamn light. What the hell's going on here? Okay, I'm gonna put this bit on. Just to try her out. I mean, I've used it before, but I've never cut angle with it. So I cut small stuff, you know. And it did a really good job, so I'm expecting good things, Okay, so second cut using the MacLeod diamond blade. I don't even know if that's what it's called. I'm just calling it. I can tell you this one hurts more. It sends hotter chunks of metal flying at me, and that's not that good. And also, that cut is way bigger too. It's taking a bigger chunk out of the metal. I don't know if I like that. I might just keep this blade for cutting smaller stuff. I don't know. That's not that good. Well, let's keep going to I think I still like that better than the cutoff wheel. Although that bigger cut just took a little bit more out of my my metal than I wanted, so gonna have to modify the mark a little bit on the next one. That's good. And it hurts. That's how you know it's cutting good. Oh, look at that. We're done, dude. Not bad. Yeah, I like that blade better. It's a little more painful, but I mean that was man, it just like schmooed it right off. I don't know what that means. But yeah, and then I'll measure it and see how much material I lost. Yeah. And now the way I plan to join these, I guess I can. Oh, we got a visitor. My idea for joining these is going to be, okay, so this is the side, right? This is the side. We'll call this the back, right? This is going to be the back one. This is be the upper frame. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a 45 here, straight across here, and do a 45 here, and then I'm just going to lay them together like that. You know, side by side. I'm going to mate them together, and I'm going to weld straight down and straight across. I think that's like the standard way that they do that. Your daddy's not here yet. But yeah, so there's that. I'm gonna take a break. My soda just arrived. Okay, so I got this is basically the top layer. This is where the welder's gonna sit on. And I got them all cut, but now I'm gonna make, I'm gonna do 45-degree notches here and here, so that way they can sit on top, you know, right butt up against each other like that, and then I'll be able to weld them up. So I gotta do now, just gotta notch all 4 of them, and it's gonna be awesome. Okay, so I got this side pretty much notched out, and so you can kind of get the idea of how it's supposed to lay. I just got to do this side, and then I'll tack it all up, and I got to clean all this up, get some of the rust off, because I'm gonna, after I finish everything, I'm gonna paint it. So yeah, this is, and using the, yeah, I really wish I had a chop saw. That's all I gotta say. This is taking a while to cut through all this stuff, but yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not perfect, but it's not bad. I mean, I'll be able to weld that up pretty easy, I think. Yeah, just gotta cut these up, and then I gotta do another one of these out of one of those. So, and then I get those done, and then I can do the sides, and then you know, tomorrow I'll go get some wheels so we can get this thing done. It'll be nice. You lick it? No. Just right there. No, okay. So it'll be okay. Good for you, buddy. Good for you. Gotta clean that up a little bit. Oh man. Grab onto it. See what we can do. Oh, so pretty.
Yeah, it looks nice, huh?
It's like it's like diamond studded sequence.
You grab that ratchet. And slowly move it up. I'm trying to keep it.
Okay, got it?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, it looks good.
You look pretty good.
Ooh, watch out. wanna lick it? You sure? Ooh, it's a hot one. Ooh, you're smart. It's a hot one. It's good. Careful! Good enough for the girls I go out with. Careful! You cut that one. Ready to rock. One more. One more, and then I gotta do it all over again. And that's how you build a tool cart. And
in 2 easy steps. 1.
And then I'll just show like a really nice one that I bought. Just about to put another coat of paint on it.
Yeah, you know what? Get like a yellow line. Alright, we're just gonna touch it up with some paint. And then like in the next scene, it's like a red cart that you bought from Marble Creek. And here's the end result.
All right. So, got the ends all cleaned up. It's kind of ready to rock. Ticky tacky. See what happens.
Oh yeah, they shit on the and you don't see any of the tire marks on the commercial. Whenever you see like Ken Block's videos, you see all these tire marks we did over and over again. These guys just showed up and did it.
Okay, so update on the update on the welding cart. I got the frame together. This is one of two that I'm gonna make, and I kind of fucked up the welds here. This piece moved and it's not really quite level. Don't know if I'm gonna fix that because I mean it's solid as hell, but I don't know. I may just not. I mean, but everything else, I mean, look at that. That's hella smooth. Like I'm really excited because this is really my first welding project, like real welding project, and so I got to build another one of these, pretty much out of the angle stock that I have. I've got 3 more of those white ones, or semi-rust ones, because these are different size. These yellow ones are a little bit bigger. I got 2 of those, and the yellow ones I'm going to use to make the sides, I mean the legs, and this I'm going to use another one of these to make the frame. And out of one, I think they're like, how tall are these? Like, what is it? That's like 7 feet maybe? They're like 7 feet. Out of those, so basically this is one whole 7-foot angle iron, and then this is what I had left over from that. So that's cool. I'm gonna save that, use that for something, you know. Oh, this is when I realized that I had the polarity backwards on my welder, because I'm using a flux core wire. So like this is polarity backwards and this is right, so you can definitely see the difference when you have the polarity flipped around. So but yeah, so this is one of the frames. I got to build one more of these, and then I can cut the yellow ones to length and figure out the height. I went shopping today, day before Thanksgiving, so I had to get that done if I wanted to get this done. And I picked up some casters. I opted for the all 4 swivels. I'm not sure if that's going to bite me in the ass later. I was thinking about getting 2 fixed ones and 2 swivel ones, but then I was like, nah, I'll just get 2 swivel ones. 4 swivel ones. No locks. I don't know if that's going to be an issue later, like if I'm going to have a problem with the welder like sliding around or something. I really don't know. Because I noticed most of the carts I've seen, they have like two big fixed wheels and then 2 caster wheels. So I'm just going for all 4 casters. I mean, it's not, if it doesn't work out, if I have a problem with it, then I guess I can grind them off, because I'm just going to weld these on. Like, I'm not even going to bolt them or drill or anything. I'm just going to fill these up with weld, you know, maybe drop a little bead there. So, I mean, they fit pretty well. They hang over a little bit on the corner there, but I think that's pretty much what I'm going to be looking at. Something like that. That's going to go on the bottom there. And I'm trying not to drop them on the floor. So, that's pretty cool. I got these at Home Depot, Lowe's, for about, I think they're about $3.50 each. I think they were. I don't recall 100%, but I got those. This is the brush that came with the welder, and as you can see, it kind of, yeah. So I picked up a new one, and I was actually thinking about grinding this down a little bit to give me a little more reach to get in those corners and stuff. So there's that. And what else did I buy? Oh yeah, as you can see, I painted that because you can see how the stock I have is completely covered in rust. So I spent probably a good 30 minutes with this wheel grinding off all the paint and all the rust, and it took forever. So I picked this one up, and I know it's a DeWalt bit on a Makita grinder. I know it's sacrilege, but sometimes shit's just got to get done, you know. So I got this. Hopefully this will help the job of cleaning those up a lot better. What else? What else? Oh yeah, and I bought another can of paint. Don't know if I'm going to need it, but I went ahead and just picked up another one. I wanted to do it like a bright, like a lime green color, but I think I'm just going to go black. I wanted to be crazy looking, but I'm just going to go black. So get a couple more beers in me and start measuring this stuff out, marking it, cutting in. I got to clear this space off so I can get to work, get my ass to work. So yeah, let me grab that shit and let's get another frame built so we can get this thing. Oh, and the other thing was, I mean, I can just tell you when we do it, but basically I needed the casters and everything so I can determine the height of the legs, so I can build the legs, because I want, like I said, I want this thing to be able to slide under the table and be out of the way. So let me grab that. Let me get set up here. I got to clean this mess up. So yeah.